George was not sure where he'd gone either, and the nuts were nowhere to be found. After all that, George had lost his snack, and George lost his way. Now, how would he get back to the department store and get back to the man with the yellow hat? Just then, a bus was stopping at the corner. George liked to ride the bus. Maybe it could take him back to his friend. Quickly, he hopped on the bus, and they went. From his seat on top, George could see everything. The bus rounded the corner. Here was something familiar, but something was wrong. Two balloons had drifted off course, and their ropes were tangled. The parade helpers were trying to fix them. The crowd gathered to watch. The bus came to stop. Someone yelled, "Catch that monkey! He ruined our parade." It was the band leader, and he was pointing right at George. George did not want to be caught, but there was no way for him to get down. There was only one way to go. George grabbed a rope and went up. He climbed higher and higher. He was a little frightened, but he held on tight, and he heard someone call George. It was the man with the yellow hat. George was happy to find his friend. The man was happy too. George swung from one rope to another. Now he felt like he was in the jungle, swinging from vine to vine. Look, someone shouted from the little monkey below. The little monkey is fixing the balloons. Then George swung safely into the arms of the man with the yellow hat. The crowd below cheered, and the ropes were no longer tangled. When George and his friend arrived back on the sidewalk, it was time to start the parade. The band leader was no longer angry, and George was a hero. Even the mayor came to meet George. "I hear you created quite a stir, George, he said. "But at last, everything is in order. Would you like to ride with me in the parade?" Soon the balloons started moving. The music started playing. The band marched down the street in straight rows, and leading the whole parade was Curious George.